camera's just decided to film. Why not? That's an intro, isn't it? Okay. Now, so if you were watching last time, you would have heard me say we were intending to paint the Austin with its undercoat today. Stop. So if you clicked onto this, you probably saw the title, disaster, fail, whatever it was, decided to go with. Now, look, what's happened is I initially thought it was time to put this on. However, I've come down to sort of put this guide coat on. If you don't know what this is, it basically paints black onto the car and then you sand it down to get all the low spots. And I discovered there's a lot more work to be done yet, and the whole car kind of needs doing properly. I don't want to rush it too much because that is too cowboy. I did say in the last one that I don't mind it being pushed along a little bit because I really do need to get the car done. But I think what would be better is I've got a big bank holiday weekend next weekend, and then following that I've got a week off. So I think what we need to do, Ian, following a comment that one of you guys commented on the channel from the last one, basically saying that you need to get really a good amount of flat coats of primer on there. So I think, yeah, that's not a bad idea, because as you see, we're showing some white spots on here as well. So yeah, I think what we will do is do a quick shopping trip to go get some more oxy primer because I've run out. Some masking tape, we'll get everything that we need for the future ones. I do apologise we're not doing this one just yet. An episode or two away, hopefully. But yeah, we will get a good result out of this, hopefully. Yeah. I think just jump in and do it today would be a mistake, wouldn't you? Yeah. Yeah? What do you reckon, Ian? Yeah. Is that a good decision? Yeah. Hopefully you guys agree. Because these paints are expensive and we don't want a bad result, do we? I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a closer look about what I'm talking about. So yeah, as you can see, this is the result from when we painted the Oxy Primer coat, ready for sort of the undercoat to go on top. Now that needs to be sanded back, so obviously we want it completely flat, so I'm using I think it's 400 grit sandpaper to get it nice and smooth. So once I started it, was kind of looking all right until I used, yeah, as I said, the guide coat. So down here, I don't know if you can see this very well. So I've kind of done this area, but if we actually zoom in, what this stuff does, it shows you the black fills in all the scratches and all the low spots and shows you where you've sort of missed. And obviously we need to get it low enough so it's completely flat, otherwise that's going to show through in the final coats. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to go do a shopping trip, Ian. Yep. You were really sort of getting ready to do some work, weren't you? Yeah, we'll go do a shopping trip, get all the things that we need to do, and then yeah, today's going to be about this guide coat. It's probably the main topic of today, I think. But yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go. There's no chance this is getting painted today, is there? No. But like I said, I've got a week off coming up. If I can get this prep done and all the doors done.
Plus we would have had to clean up the whole area.
Yeah, and then plus all the masking tape bits, because we've got to get this all scrimmed off. Yeah, I think it's, sorry guys, it is a bit more prep to go yet. So, right, let's go shopping into the car, and then we'll come back to do some sanding. Right, let's go. So we've been to the shops, and we've got some stuff. We've just come back from our little shopping trip because yeah, we were missing a few bits. So we've got some 400 grit sandpapers for the little DA there, some bigger ones for the bigger sander. There's some degreaser for when we wipe down the panels. We will need these for when we're doing the paint. These obviously show all the ratios because I've decided to thin the paints out a little bit. Should make it lay hopefully a bit more flat. This will be necessary obviously nearer the time of painting, and I've decided to go get some of this as well. This is like cardboard paper, so we're going to use that to like mask off various areas. And yeah, here's the masking tape that I didn't have last week. Ian, guess what? We stressed someone out. We had a comment from someone on the channel. Don't get me wrong, I can see what he's saying. He got stressed, you know, when we did round here. Apparently he was on his lunch break and he was like, no, stop making me stressed. Apparently yeah, it upset him that we didn't use masking tape. Oh. Don't panic, it's all good. Chill, and if you can't relax, I will send you a beer. It will be absolutely fine, don't worry. I know this looks like chaos at the moment, but yeah, bear with us. We're going to flatten these down. That same guy actually said about the amount of primer coats we're using. Again, don't worry about that. I'm going to try and put up a couple of images here and here. So as you can see, yes, we have plenty of primer on here. I think there's nearly like 4 coats of primer on.
Yeah.
And we just spoken to the guy at the bait shop. He doesn't reckon I need to get any more because I've got quite a lot of undercoats to go on stuff anyway. So as long as we've got a nice flat coat at this point, I think we should be okay. Yeah. The only problem being that I thought this task would be a lot easier to do. It's not so simple. So here's what we're going to do. Plan, Ian, is if you take the big one and I take the small one, okay, so that there's 2 of us working at the same time. Now, what we're doing, in case you've never seen this before, hopefully I'm going at the right doing the right process with this. Basically, I've been told to spray some guide coat on to the panel, which will then show me where, obviously, we've got gaps and like dips and low points in the paint to obviously get that as flat as possible. Give it a spray of the guide coat, and then wait for that to dry, and then we're going to use the DA again to try and work that black away, and hopefully that means we'll have a nice finish. So what we're going to do, we're going to set the camera up. I'm going to teach Ian how to do this because I've been doing it a little bit this morning. Kind of happy with how the bonnet's starting to look now. We'll show you how to do it so both of us can do it at the same time. And basically I'm going to be taking that smaller one and working on the smaller areas, and hopefully over the next couple of weekends we will finally have a car that's ready to be painted. I do apologise that that's not this episode, even though I said it would be. And we are a bit gutted, aren't we, Ian?
Oh yes.
We really wanted to paint this, but we've decided that patience is a virtue. I've got a week off coming, and I reckon we get such a better result if we put the time into the prep now. Hopefully you guys agree, and you can be a little bit patient with us. This is still going to be good. If you're just, you're sort of looking into this channel to kind of get tips and advice, not that it's for that. Hopefully this will show you how you can get a good result. Also been a bit naughty. I've got myself another spray gun. It's not the best gun in the world. To be honest with you, these can range in price, can't they? From cheap to really, really expensive. Again, guys, I am on a budget here, a really big budget. I don't think people really understand how much it costs to restore a car sometimes. So you keep costs down. Hopefully this one will be a bit better. I've been told it requires less PSI than this horrible thing. This one really wasn't working very well last week, so we're going to condemn that probably to the bin. We have the same guy that's been commenting about the masking tape had said it might be worth doing it with an aerosol can.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, okay. I don't have, well, the paints that we've already pre-bought aren't that. So, good shout. If I can't get the result from that and it comes out really, really bad, I guess we'll have to redo it. And we're just going to see how we go with this for now. Hopefully, it will be okay. Yeah. Right, are you excited? You ready?
Oh yes.
Let's go. Have a go at this then. So what I'm going to do, hopefully I'm doing this right, because I no doubt someone out there is going to tell me off for doing something wrong, but well, we can only do our best, can't we? So what we're going to do is we're going to basically, if you see this is the guide coat, is I'm going to spray this whole area with the guide coat, and then we're going to go back on the sanders, and the idea is to try and get it looking like this, and as you can see this shows up all the low spots. So we're going to try and get it sanded back so that we're completely flat. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Does that kind of... Did I explain that well?
Yeah.
Well, if Ian can understand it, well, no offence. Hopefully... oh! Yeah, hopefully... yeah, you guys will get it too. And hopefully I'm doing this correctly. I mean, if you ask me, the fact that I'm even using guide coats is quite professional of me anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's better than my original plan to just paint it with a bit of Hammerite on a paintbrush. Oh. That was not joking, guys. That was the original plan. Oh. So yeah, Ian, if you would kindly film me, I will get it sprayed up. I've brought it in this sort of can version. I believe you can also get it in like a powdered tub where you sort of rub it in. Don't know if there's a difference between the two really massively, but it says it's a guide coat, so let's go with it. we should have gone with black. Change of plan, we just paint black.
Black.
So don't panic, guys. I know that looks absolutely terrible, but like I said, what we're going to do now is basically this is like a paint coat that we're going to deliberately sand away. Yeah, do you get it? So we sand it away until the point where the black is gone. We're effectively trying to rub this coat off completely, because if we've done that, that means the paint coat is flat. Yeah, that's my understanding of it. And I thought, yeah, I might as well do the roof because that needs doing quite badly. Yeah, looks like a rat rod, Ian. It's pretty cool. Should we just leave it like this, you think?
Okay. Yeah.
To be honest with you, there's probably some people out there that really enjoy this look. It's quite unique, doesn't it? Don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like this. So let's give it a set to dry, and then we will get to work by taking it all off. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Well, not that this is a tutorial. This is not a tutorial. But I just kind of want to show you what I'm actually doing, because some people are probably like, oh my god, what have you done just done to your car? Right, let me show you. So what I do is put a new pad on. Now, I know you can get the bars. You can actually do this where you sort of do a cross hatch thing. I'm not doing it like that. I'm just going to rub it back with my orbital sander, because not that I'm lazy, I don't have a bar, and I think that'll be fine, don't you, Ian? I hope so. No doubt someone's going to tell me off somewhere. Naughty Chris. Right, so I'm going to use 400 grit, and then anything that's remaining after that, probably maybe 600 or 800. So, right, let's get her in nice and close here, and hopefully I can give you a good example of what... It's all being pretty well behaved, Ian. I'll find a bit, don't worry. Oh, here we go. Here we go, this is better. So as you can see, I quite clearly rubbed across that just then, but as you can see, it's still showing black, and that means that there is paint sitting lower than the top, if you like. Yeah, so it means our paint is uneven, and that is not what we want. We want it to be flat. So I'm going to keep going and try and rub that away until it's completely even. And as you see now, it's completely gone. So that's effectively what we're doing. It's a shame that we're getting through to this other colour, because I wanted a nice dark colour for the undercoat. But that's why we're putting. Remember, that's why we're putting an undercoat, so that it, you know, it's got something dark to lay on. So I'm not overly worried. Don't, you know? We've been told by the guy in the paint shop that's not a massive issue. So yeah, we'll see you in a little bit, because yeah, I don't think we're going to film every single bit of this. But we will do a little quick section, sort of speed it up a little bit, as we always do. Play some music. What music should we go for, Ian?
Oh, I don't know.
Should we go heavy?
Heavy.
Heavy. You can tell it's nearing the end of the month, can't you? Only payday. I'm afraid it's the cheap knockoff stuff from Lidl's. Yeah, other beers available, guys. Right, let's take 5 for a second. It's getting there. Yeah, so although this kind of looks like chaos again, like it used to be, this was the idea of having that massive coat of primer over the top, so we could flatten it back, so it's absolutely perfect. As you can see, there's multiple colours there. There's the white one, because I had some white primer before we put this on. But yeah, it's getting there. I'm afraid we've got the rest of the car down there to do, but it's working. The dust is just literally unreal in here, guys. It's everywhere. Look. Yikes. Gonna need to do a big clean up after this, definitely. Yeah, I've still got some to do down here. Kind of looks like the car's been like charcoal or burnt or something like that. So yeah, we've got the boot to do. I've got down here to do, and I think Ian's coming back today because we are in day 2 of the weekend now, and I'm intending to do the same process on the doors, and hopefully we'll be in a position where we can start preparing the car, masking, taping it all off, ready for its paint. I'm sorry it's taken a bit longer than I expected, but you know, these things happen. This is where I'm at so far. As you can see, yeah, pretty much all the way around the car now. I've done the roof, pretty much done all of the door sill and the boot. Obviously there's a few little patches that I need to go over again. Yeah, obviously, yeah, that's not done yet, or that side, but yeah, I'm gonna probably do that next weekend because there's no steering wheel. I can't turn the car around. So I think in the meantime, I'm still waiting for Ian to turn up. Don't worry, he's got to. But yeah, well, I'm going to try and get a couple of these to the naked eye. This actually looks fine, but actually, if you get right up close to it, you can see the texture of it is yeah, it's still very, very rough, and it needs to be absolutely perfectly flat in order for me to put the undercoats on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rub this back just to get it started, wipe it down, and then I'm going to spray some of the guide coat on, and hopefully that should reveal how many like dips and scratches are in it, and hopefully once we've buffed down and got rid of that black, we know that it's going to be perfect for the job. So yeah, let me hook the camera up. The other thing I would like to do whilst I'm working on the doors is get rid of this. I thought this was going to be just the job. Nah, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm going to use this. Where's it gone? This paper roll instead. Seems to be a little bit better for the job, and I'm going to mask this window up really, really nicely. So just in case you are following what I'm doing here, I have got a mask on. Massively important. So much dust in here when we're doing this. You definitely don't want to be breathing that in. So I've got this one, which is I think it's 115mm. I'm using 400 grit. 600 would do, whatever. This is probably be a bit aggressive, but saying that, I do a lot of polishing. I've got quite a sturdy hand, so I'm not going to push too hard in this. But yeah, I have got a smaller one. This is the air-driven 3-inch that I use, same 400, and that's ideal for doing like the smaller areas and things. The only problem I've got with my compressor, it is a bit weedy. It's one of my pieces of equipment that I really, really need to update. I didn't buy it for doing any of this. I brought that purely, would you believe it, for helping me vacuum out cars and getting the water out of nooks and crevices when I do my detailing work. It's not really for this, air tools and such. I think I need to get a more powerful one, but don't have the money for that right now. So we'll have to just stick with what we got. But yeah, you get about 10 seconds of good trigger time, and then it sort of goes pew, and yeah, it's a bit rubbish after that. I have to let it build up with power. Right, let's rub this one back, and then we'll get to the guide coat. There we go. Let's had a little rub back, but now what we're going to do is use some of this guide coat if there's any left. If this is truly flat, then there should be none of this left. If there's any sitting inside any cracks or low points, it will still be there. So as provided all that is gone, I'm going to be happy that that's a flat coat, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're just going to give that a sec to dry. Then I'm going to buff it back, and then I'm probably going to call it a day actually. Yeah, it's going to be quite a long day. Ian hasn't shown up today. He was meant to be here about 2 hours ago. I'm not sure where he's got to today, but never mind. I'm sure he's got held up. So I don't know how well you can see that. Let's zoom in. Okay, now can we see where it's still showing that grey colour? Now, even though that feels flat, it isn't, because that grey paint is sitting inside of a low point, and that's what I'm trying to get rid of. Yeah, so if I continue. That has now gone. Well, nearly gone. Yeah, I need to go a little bit more. But yeah, you get the idea. So I've still got the majority of the colour of the primer on there that I want. But yeah, it's back to that low point. And as you can see, over on the car, it's got all kinds of previous primers that have burnt through. Now, don't worry, there's about 3 or 4 coats of primer on that car. And I didn't take it down to bare metal because some of the previous primers that were on the car were largely okay. So there is, as you can see, there's still some green. I can still see some green in there. Doesn't really matter as long as the undercoat has a couple of good layers on there and the top coat has a couple of good layers on there. We shouldn't have any shades on there, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to get this bit done, and yeah, that'll be a wrap. One nice smooth finish on there. No, well, a few bits to do, but yeah, I need to do the rest of the door anyway. I have decided that it is now time for me to go sit down because I've got a long week ahead of me, HGV driving, because that's what I do after all. I do need to get some rest in, but yeah, I'm going to finish the rest of these next weekend, and yeah, hopefully we'll be into the episode where we get to finally paint it, which will be really, really exciting. I hope you guys kind of agreed with me slowing down a little bit to make sure that the prep was absolutely perfect. I do apologise, I didn't realise it would be this much work to do actually. For some reason I thought we were further ahead than this. But yeah, we'll get this sorted and then we'll get to painting it, which I can't wait to see that paint on there. It's going to be so worth it. Apologise, Ian's not turned up. God knows where he's gone. Maybe he's having a sleep. It is a Sunday after all. Good for him. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time in the next video. And if you did like that, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to us already, go ahead and subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell. That will tell you when I'm going to be releasing new videos and things like that. For now, that's me done, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.